I never know. I'm live. We're live, and that's great. Oh my God, we're so live. I'm so happy. I'm wearing my favorite jacket that I wear all the time. And I found a television show where they were talking about a man who was paying children to make these jackets, and I'm wondering if this is one of the jackets. I don't know. But I do want to say that I'm happy to be a part of the LA School of Comedy. LA School of Comedy is having their showcase April 2nd at the Ha Ha Comedy Club on Lankershim in North Hollywood. We are also here for your podcast needs and self-taping, and if you need any kind of marketing, that's why we have Billy Ramirez, your marketing director, who will help you with your reels and your deals and your steals and all that stuff. And we have an acting class, the Film Actors Cafe. I'm very excited about this, and you should be too, people, because you keep calling me and asking me, can you just read with me? Now you can read with someone. Okay, and he can get paid for you reading with him instead of me for 2 hours and then saying, I just don't like this one. Can we do it this way? Can we do it this way? I once interrupted him. Johnny B, give it up for Johnny B on the board tonight. And I will tell you, it's nice doing an audition with, he's such an actor, okay? Aaron is such an actor. And in the middle of his one moment, I cut off the camera. You were so pissed off. You were like, give me my moment. And I had to give him his moment. I didn't give him his moment. I cut off the camera. But that's not why I'm here. I want you to know you can pick your friends, you can pick your nose, but what can't you pick? Your friend's nose. That's right. So I'm just saying that because we all know that Aaron's been away, okay, and now he's back, and he's now Aaron. I'm kidding. Let's do it and give it up for the director of the Film Actors Cafe, Aaron McIntyre.
Yes, I have my nose back. I actually got one added. I have something added on. You know how sometimes you get like a zit, and you think that everybody's looking at it, right? That's the way I feel about my nose right now. You know, it feels like, and see, you are. See, and they are. It feels like Carl Malden. Remember Carl Malden from Streets of San Francisco? Come on, buddy. Hey, buddy. And he had this huge nose. That's the way it feels right now. It's very stuffed up. I wanted to, the other night I was going to do this, and I just have these things written down, and I thought, the only thing I miss more than my mother's love is another thing that I can't remember. Must really piss Elon Musk. Elon Musk must really be pissed off, right? Because he's an African American. Anybody calls him an African American man, it's got to piss him off. Oh yeah, I was talking to this guy the other day, and I knew that he had a job, but then he kept leaving at different times. So I kind of surmised that he'd lost his job, And so you know how when somebody, they kind of lost a job, and you're a little reticent about asking them about, So I was like, how's your job going? And you know how people, when they obviously got fired, they try to make it seem like they didn't get fired. They try to make themselves sound real. What happened there? I'll tell you. I came in. There was a lot of things they were doing, and it was a really good opportunity. And we were blah blah blah. And he starts going on and on and on about this whole thing and how he, it just wasn't a right fit. How some people, it just wasn't a right fit. But he didn't say then they fucking fired me. But that's what that's what happened. But he didn't want to say that. Hey, you know how when people say like "Have a nice day," right? It's like, oh, great, thanks for giving me permission. I mean, like I thought of that. Have a nice day. What a great idea. Or when you go into a store, and they'll say, feel free to look around. It's like, what do you think I'm here for? Like, I don't need your permission to look around your store. I don't get that. Or when you bring stuff up, you bring your stuff up to the counter and they say, will that be all? Yes, that will be all. That's why I'm here. No, I thought I'd just bring things one at a time. Like, bring it up, and let's ring that up, and then I'll go and get something else. I didn't understand.
I had a bag on there.
Huh?
Yeah, I had a bag joke on there.
Yeah.
The bag.
Bag? With the bag?
That was 10 cents.
It was 10 cents? Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what you're talking about. We can talk afterwards. Let's talk offline. What is that saying, Billy? When they say, let's talk offline or something like that? Yeah.
Offline?
Yeah.
I'm learning all this stuff.
There's one of my favorite things one of my favorite things. I've never done this. Okay, I'm going to admit I've never done it, but I really want to. When somebody comes up and this might hurt. When somebody comes up and says, "Hi, can I help you?" Just go, "Nobody can help me," and then run out. Thought that'd be fun.
Try doing that at my grocery store, Aaron.
Would you like anything else? Yes, I would like a lot of things, and the first thing is I'd like you to get the fuck out of my face. First of all, go far away, silent until I call for... Oh, yeah, silent until I call for you, wench. Anyway, those are some stuff. I wanted to talk... Maybe I'll talk a little bit about my ma. Because I started thinking about my ma today because I got to pay property tax on her house.
Love you, Mom.
I forgot. I called him up. Yeah, there's a tax lien on your house. You have to pay like a percentage because I forgot to pay the stuff. But anyway, I took care of my mom. Well, now I kind of fucked up the joke because, you know what's going on. But during the COVID crisis, I went out to Colorado to take care of my mom and didn't do a very good job because she died. But she would have loved that joke. But she was quite a funny lady. I'm just going to tell this story because why the fuck not, right? She was such a fucking pain in the ass and such a wonderful person as well. But anyway, I got her home. She was in a nursing home, and I got her home. She kept calling me every day going, because my brother was taking care of her. He was a terrible alcoholic, and he was taking care of her, and he was living with her. And then she fell once, and he couldn't pick her up. And so he just put her into a nursing home. And she had said, like, she had a directive, and this is funny. She had a directive. She had a directive in her, in her living trust thing, where she said, I want to be able to make all of the decisions about my medical situation, even if that means that the only way that I can communicate is by blinking. She wrote this down to let people know that I don't want anybody to do anything unless this happens, right? So, so he puts her in this place. She tells him to come home. So anyway, she gets there, and she can't walk. At that point, she'd been in there so long she couldn't walk. So she's in a wheelchair. So one day she starts pushing herself around in the wheelchair. You know how they push themselves backwards? So she's pushing herself around backwards in the house, and she's going by, and she's going, oh, look at that. Oh, look, they changed. Oh, I wonder what they did in there. Why did they do that? Why did they move that in there? Oh, and she's moving down. She goes down the hall, and then she gets to the end of the hall, and she bumps into the hall. She bumps into the end, and now she can't get out. And she's turning, and she's trying to get around and stuff, and she can't get around. And I'm like, you need help? No, I don't need any help. And I'm like, okay, and then she's trying, and I filmed the whole thing. I've got the whole thing on film. So anyway, she's trying to get around. Finally she goes, oh, well, I got myself in a pickle. Yep, I guess I got myself in a pickle. I just got myself in a pickle. And I said, do you need some help? And she goes, perhaps. And that was it. So I'm going to end there. That was fun. What the fuck,
That was fun.
I'm going to go home and stick my nose in a pack of ice. Oh, yeah. So we got classes coming up in March, film acting classes right here at the LA School of Comedy. And we're going to have classes on Saturday from 11 to 2 for kids. Anybody 10 to, we'll probably go down to 8 to 17. 17-year-olds don't like to work with 8-year-olds, so, So it's probably going to be 10 to 17. That always works. And then 17 over on Tuesday nights. So contact us here at the LA School of Comedy. And Abby Rosen. Oh, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, the comic stylings of the fabulous Abby Rosen.
Yes. Hey, everyone. I've always been too I always get up here and I'm like, I could use the stand today and I could lower it, but my brain doesn't work that way and it's too much work to go and lower it, so I have to instead take the microphone off of the stand and put it to the side because that in my brain is less work. Hi everyone. I guess I'll kind of follow along with the complaining about parents, kind of like a Yelena vibe tonight. I think my parents are very funny. They still live in the Bay Area. I think that it was recently my parents' anniversary, and I did say congratulations. Before I say this next joke, I did say congratulations and happy anniversary to them, but I don't think that you should be obligated to say happy anniversary to your parents if they're actively in couples counseling. I don't think that should be a requirement for that day. It's you've put me through enough. You've put each other through enough. I shouldn't have to say it. And they recently did. They've been married for 25 years, surprisingly. There's been times when we were falling off a little bit, but they jumped back on the horse and it was fine, I guess. I feel my mom has experienced a lot of pain. My dad, I feel hasn't experienced as much. And because my mom is the strongest person I know. My dad is maybe 4th or 5th. And that's just because women are stronger. That's just how it is. I love my father to death. But I think the most pain he ever did experience and the most miserable he ever was, which made obviously me the most miserable, was when he accidentally got a Tide Pod stuck to his balls for 12 hours. Yeah, and you're probably how does that even happen? What's a Tide Pod? How did he get it stuck to his balls? My dad is very unaware, and he was getting ready to go to bed one night, and he puts on his fresh boxers for the night because he always has to wear a fresh pair of boxers, and because that kind of didn't feel right, but I'm going to go to bed anyway because nothing matters. And 6 hours later, he wakes up, he goes for his pee in the middle of the night because it's apparently the worst thing to ever happen to him is having a bladder of a 50-year-old man, and he now has to pee in the middle of the night. It's basically worse than cancer, as he describes. And he's like, oh, it kind of feels weird, but I'm too exhausted, goes back to bed. This is 2 strikes. He's noticed a problem twice now and hasn't done anything. He wakes up 5 hours later. It's kind of burning. He finally turns the lights on and decides to investigate what's been feeling weird. And a Tide Pod actually exploded in his boxers when it was in the wash. A Tide Pod, so detergent. And it had been sitting on the left side of his shaft and left ball for approximately 11 hours. Just seeping into his penis. And so I don't obviously know about any of this. I wake up that next morning, my mom stops me swiftly at my door, and she goes, your father's in a lot of pain. And I go, what? I go, what happened? And she goes, you can't laugh. And I go, what do you mean? You can't say that? I go, you can't say that before telling me that. She's like, well, your father, he's, a Tide, he's got a rash. He's got a bad rash from a Tide Pod. And I come out to the living room, and my father is in the largest pair of shorts I've ever seen. His face beet red. He's watching football, and he's stuck 2 water bottles in the shorts so that there's no fabric chafing around. Oh. And it's like this for 48 hours, right? Like, he can't do anything. He's waddling around. Like, I can't bring up anything to him there was problems with my car. Couldn't bring that up to him. Nothing was getting past him. And finally, 2 days later, he's walking a little bit normal. And I go, it's weird talking to your dad about his penis when you have to. And I'm like, how's he goes, it's okay. He goes, it's still red, but he goes, and it's silent. We're both standing there, and he goes, it still works, though. I checked. I'm like, good, but if you try to have any other kids, they're going to come out as Mr. Clean. So, we can't, don't even try a third child with me after this. You're done. And that was the funniest. And then that morning when it first happened, I had to lock myself back in my room. I could not stop laughing. I let every one of my friends know what was going on because it's the funniest story. And my father was a soldier that day, and I give props to him. And I'll end it there with that story because that's the best it's gonna get.
That's great. That's great. Where do we find you?
You find me on Instagram at Abby J. Rosen.
Thank you. Can you bring Billy Ramirez?
Mm-hmm. Next up is the wonderfully talented, the only one on this planet named this name, Billy Ramirez.
Billy. Thank you very much. My name is Billy Ramirez. I, too, also hate the phrase, have a nice day. Let's workshop this a little bit because why stop there? If I can have a nice day, why not just have a nice life? Have a nice, minimum, have a nice weekend, have a nice week. If you have the power to wish me have a nice day, stopping there is selfish. Anyways, yeah. All right, so oh boy, I'm gonna do the Bill Burr hack thing where you just every hack comedian who wants to be Bill Burr just leans on the mic stand. I don't have a Bill Burr impression, but all right, I'll put this over here. Let's see what I want to talk about. It's been a hell of a week for me. I made a big decision. I saw through all the BS, and I finally found the light, and I realized the truth. So I finally got rid of my cast iron pan. After years ago, I bought into the fad, and I bought my cast iron pan when everyone had cast iron pans, and I made a couple of cast iron pizzas and some wings, but that was it. And then I basically stopped using my cast iron pan. And the reason, come on. Yeah, it's fine. It's just practice. Don't worry. It's not. And one of the reasons I hate my cast iron pan is because every time I pulled it out, it felt like I was about to repair a train or embark on the Oregon Trail or something, which is this big old dumb heavy piece of old technology. And the trick, one of the annoying things is the trick to a cast iron pan is to not wash it. That's basically how a cast iron pan works, because apparently it was invented before soap was. So the only way a cast iron pan works is if you don't wash it properly and you create this seasoning and patina, which is another way of saying old and dirty. Because if you had a child showing up to dinner with this seasoning or patina on their hands, you'd tell them immediately to go wash their grubby, dirty hands, but I think the most annoying part about the cast iron pan is just the people who like cast iron pans, because they always insist cast iron conducts heat real well. It conducts heat real well. It's like, all right, fine. If I ever put together an orchestra called Heat, I'll get a cast iron pan to conduct it. All right, that'll shut you up. I think in 2025, if you buy a cast iron pan, someone in your family should die of dysentery. How was your trip to Miami?
How was the Blink-182?
Oh, it was amazing. Dude, if I had $17,000 to get tickets to Blink-182 show, I would go, but I don't have that kind of scratch anymore. I did see them back in '98 for like $17.50 at Shoreline Amphitheater in Mountain View. So, anyways, let's see. Based on my average yearly earnings as a comedian of $3.50, I cannot yet rely on it as my main source of income. So I still got to do marketing. I'm in digital marketing. I've been looking for a new digital marketing job and sending out resumes and cover letters. And it's a really boring, repetitive process, especially the cover letter, because I'm not applying to any writing jobs. I don't understand why any job that's not a writing job requires a cover letter. There's a rocket scientist need to write a cover. No, just look at my rocket. Plus, there's already a document that outlines all your details perfectly fine. Now I have to creatively interpret it, and wish why I want this job. This is ridiculous. But I think the thing about a cover letter is, I don't think you would reject a very qualified candidate like a rocket scientist because the cover letter was a little off. As long as you don't have to write cover letters, don't worry, just build a rocket. But on the other hand, I really hope that unqualified people aren't getting hired just based on the cover letter alone. But if that's happening, it would explain a lot about the way things are run nowadays. But just imagine you're interviewing for a really important position, right? And then, you start your interview. Hi, what's your name? Juice. Okay, nice to meet you, Juice. Okay, resume. Let's see. Okay, Juice. Looks here like you haven't worked in the last 28 years, and the last thing you did was run a VHS rental store in Davenport, Iowa. Is that correct, Juice? I got to be honest with you. This is the worst resume I've ever seen in my entire life. But lucky for you, that cover letter you sent in, to borrow a word from your cover letter, I was enraptured, okay? So just based on the cover letter alone, congratulations. Tomorrow morning you start as head of pediatrics here at Cedar Sinai. All right, let's see. That's Friday. Let's get a little silly. So I'm averaging $3.50 as a comedian. So I don't know if it's going to work out or whatnot. We'll see how it goes. But I already have a backup dream career. Actually, my first dream career is the only job I ever wanted was to play drums for Metallica. But that job literally has been closed since the year I was born. And if the drum position's ever available, that means the band died. So if comedy doesn't work out, I already planned what I'm going to do. If that doesn't work. Since I hablo español and I'm a big fan of sports, I think I could probably do something in baseball, like a baseball translator. But I looked into it. It's very competitive, so I'm going to need a gimmick like funky glasses or maybe wear a zoot suit or call everyone fool or something. But no, I think I got something else that might stand out better. So just indulge me. Just imagine interviewer, translator, and then baseball player, okay? We're here today with Jose Gonzalez of the Dragons, whose crucial play in the ninth inning won the game for the team. So please tell us about that. Sí, díganos un poquito de su jugada en la novena entrada que ganó el partido. Bueno, lo más importante es que nosotros ganamos el partido y gracias a Dios. Okay, what happened? Last time he threw the ball close to my face, I get really mad, so I do a bunt and I go to full base, okay? So check it out, from full base. So from full base, he get mad because I do a bunt. Sometimes you can bunt, sometimes you don't can bunt. So then from there, I tell him, hey, I'm going to steal second base. Cabrón, mira, hey, cabrón. And then I steal second base, okay? So from second base, he get nervous because now I'm behind him, not in front of him. So he looking at the batter, he looking at me, looking at the batter, look at me, throw a bad pitch, I go to third base, okay? So from third base, I'm gonna go home, okay? So I tell him, hey, mira, cabrón, I ain't gonna go home and win the game, okay? You better believe it, okay? So then he throw another bad pitch, I go home, and that's how he won the game. What? That's basically what you said, dude. This guy. Come on, anyways. All right, let's see. What else do I want to do? Let's try to... Because I was in the mindset that no one was going to show up, so I started throwing away my set, and now I got to rebuild it. So actually, no, but also you said something. So all right, so kind of piggyback on that. I averaged $3.50 as a comedian, and in my day job, I averaged not that much higher because. I don't know. I'm just attracted to careers that it's impossible to make money in. Like, digital marketing, it's tough. And I'm also attracted to being a drummer and a writer. And I wish I could monetize staring at the window, looking at the squirrels. But I'm just, it's because I'm delusional. I'm in my 40s now, and I still have a dream of maybe trying professional wrestling. he'd be a middle-aged character, right? He walks to the ring in reasonable khakis and polo, the freshest New Balances you've ever seen, and he's only going to take reasonable requests, right? And he's like, ladder match? Did you say ladder match? You want me to climb that thing? Like, no. How about instead we do a bladder match where we just sit in a car and see you go along without peeing? You missed a really fun story, dude. You missed a really fun story. All right, let's see. Show of hands, raise them high and proudly. Who here is a premature ejaculator? Come on. There we go. We got 12, 14, 16. Yeah, we got most of the crowd. Cool. I don't believe in premature ejaculation. Well, I mean, I believe it exists. I'm very, very well aware of it, but I just don't believe in the term premature ejaculation because for one very simple reason. Based on what? Yeah, what's the number? What should we shoot for? I mean, like, there's charts for other sexual stuff on the internet, like measurements, and like it's average, above average, and that's the one I bookmarked ever since for that one specific thing. The term premature ejaculation is annoying. It's kind of passive aggressive. It's like if a really fun friend invited you to a fun party. And then you get there, and then that friend is upset. Like, what are you doing? You invited me to the party. Yeah, but you came too early. Okay, when should I have come to the party? Like, not now. Well, just tell me when. When should I have come to this party? Well, you're just kind of supposed to know when to come to the party. It's like, just tell me what time I should get here. Like, there's no time. You're just kind of supposed to know, like, well, then how the hell does that help me help you? Like, that's annoying. Premature ejaculation. It's just, I don't know. Just come up with a chart so then we could shoot for mature ejaculation. I don't know. Just something to settle the argument. But I don't know why I'm worried about the whole thing because, to be honest with you, that's not the strong part. That's not the strong point of my game. Let me just put it this way. I might not be able to tie a cherry stem with my tongue, but I can lick an envelope like nobody's business. Once again, my name is Billy Ramirez. You can find me at billyramirez.com. All right. Please welcome, fresh from doing, the cocaine trade or maybe selling a boat. What did?
I dressed for the. Here, I'll say.
I don't know. Whatever. Please welcome to the stage, Colin Nasley.
Yes.
All right, you know what they say: dress for the boat you want, not the one you have. All right, hi. I feel bad. I wish we had gotten here earlier. She probably would have stayed. I feel bad. Every time. I know this keeps happening to me. We were on our way. Oh man. So I just got out of a situationship. We know what a situationship is, right? Yeah, kind of like friends with benefits sort of thing. A situationship is like an internship that you were never going to get the job at the end. That's what that is. Like, you put all this work in, and then you're like, oh, did I do a good job? Do you want me? And they're like, no, that was all free labor. You're not getting anything out of the... She ended it through text, which sucks. She ended it through text, which is awkward because it sucks because we live at the same apartment complex. She lives in the building next to mine. Oh, God. I'm like, I can see you texting this from your balcony. Just tell me. Just open your window. You jerk. She said this to me because I was like getting these kind of mixed signals. I couldn't tell, and I was like, "Hey, are you interested? Like, do you want something more?" And she's like, "Oh, no, we're not each other's person." A no would have sufficed. Like a lot of guys, they say, "Oh, the worst thing she can say is no." No. It's we're not each other's person. I wasn't like, oh my God, I'm in love with you. And then she's like, whoa, we're not each other's person. I was just like, hey, am I reading these signals wrong? She's like, we're not each other's person. I'm like, okay. That's like if you caught like a spider or something, and like instead of just putting it out on the patio, you just stomp on it. Like, leave. All right. You could be nice about it. You ever just where like someone like shows their heart, so you think, oh, maybe I'll show my heart to them, and then you do it, and they act like you just whipped your dick out. And like, here's my part, and they're like, oh God, put that away, Jesus Christ, what the hell is that? I realize I do this, like, I don't know, like I've had some of my lady friends have said sometimes they feel like they have sex too early with a guy, and like they gave it up, right? It's like, oh, I didn't want to give it to him, he doesn't deserve it, or something like that. I do that with like my like energy, or like my heart. Like I have great like boyfriend energy, like I'm respectful, I'm compassionate, I'm fun to hang out with, you know, like I just gave all that for free. Like I gave my energy, my like, you know, my energy pussy away for free, damn it, you know. They say like when you go through a breakup, that's the time to like work on yourself and make yourself better. You're telling me I have to go through the worst pain of my life and improve? Fuck that. That's bullshit. When she first started, she said, like, I'm not looking for a relationship. She hit me up. She's like, I'm not looking for a relationship. I think it'd be fun to go out. And I forget that I'm not looking for a relationship has like an invisible ellipses and like ... with you. I forget that part. I keep forgetting that's a big part of what that sentence means. And the problem is I realize I can't do casual. Like that's something I learned about myself through this. Like I can't do casual because I will casually fall in love. I do. It's super casual. It's like no big deal. It's just like, hey, I just to let you know, I'm in love. Just know, it's just there. It's just on the table. It's not like I'm madly. It's like, hey, just so you know, I accidentally fell in love. Whoops. Super casual. And I know wouldn't have worked out. Like there were signs that it wasn't going to work out. You know, like I remember I shared that I wanted to be. Like one of my goals this year was to be or in the next few years is to get to the Comedy Store and perform in the main room. And she just went, it's good to have goals. It's like maybe a little more support would have been. It's good to have goals. Yep. Appreciate that. And I'm just letting some of this out, so hope you guys don't. I'm just letting a little bit of, this is just ringing out some of the demons. It's like, it's weird. Like you get mixed signals again. It's like, it's hard to tell. Like like this was after she said she didn't think we were like a match, and like she stayed over the night, and like we're cuddling and everything. And she said like, I love the way you hold me. And I'm like, God damn, like there's certain things that like that makes you bond with someone, it's like, but there's also something selfish about it. It's like, I love what you're able to do for me. You know what I mean? It's like, I love that you can make me feel this way, but I don't want to make you feel, again, I'm just reaming, I just gotta let some of that out. But I'm like, God damn, I just keep playing it in my head. Like, I love the way you hold me. It's like, God damn, like that's hard to, you know what I mean? Like, that's a lot to hear someone say to you, and then they're like, all right, later. Peace. Let's see. I'm also an idiot. Like, I should have just not said. Sometimes I'm like, fuck it, I shouldn't have said anything, because like that ended it quicker. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Okay, these are all the stuff that doesn't work.
We'll make it work.
We're figuring it out. Yeah. Okay. All right, we went through that. So this is before I met her. Like, I did like. Sometimes, I've had like one night stands before here and there, and like I have hooked up. There was this one girl this one time who said, we were doing dirty talk, and she said, I want you to rearrange my guts. Yeah. I like to leave things how I found them. I'm more of an interior decorator, you know what I mean? Like, I don't really like to mess with the feng shui. Let me Just I don't want to bump into anything. I'm not really a mover. You're gonna need two people to move that couch. You know what I mean? Like that's. Does this come with beer and pizza afterwards? Last time I tried that, I threw my back out. I'm not. Okay, we went through some of that. It's just from Billy. I just wrote post-mature ejaculation, and I thought that was. I knew it wasn't going to be funny, but I wrote it. I don't know if you guys, we eat McDonald's every once in a while. We go through the drive-thru, we say fuck it, and give up on our dreams of health. I always finish it in the car. I don't have the heart to bring it upstairs. You know what I mean? Like, there's something about, like, it belongs in the car.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to let all the groceries see what I've been doing. I keep that private because I know that the freaking Ready Fit meals, the Health Fit, whatever crap I buy, like, I can't let the broccoli know that that's what I'm doing. I just have to let them die slowly, realizing what I've been doing this whole time, you know? Okay. What was it? Well, just a few more things. This is just a little funny thing. Like I noticed when I was in like 5th grade, all of us learned the word sex, but we didn't know what it was. We just knew you could have it, and we thought it was an insult. So we would just be like, "You had sex," and everyone was like, "No, I didn't. No, I didn't." Nowadays, I'm like. It's so different because now it's like you didn't have sex. I'm like, yes, I did. Yes, I did. God, guys. All right, that is my time, guys. Is it all right if I bring up my friend? Can I bring him up? So, folks, ladies and gentlemen, your headline for this evening, Quincy.
Quincy Jones.
Thank you. Let's see. Thank you for noticing the little things, man. Appreciate you. That's how we bridge the gap, y'all. You know what I mean? We compliment Fitz like we used to. Did you guys know that Biggie, Jay-Z, and Busta Rhymes all went to the same high school? They all went to the same high school in Brooklyn, and they all dropped out to become multi-millionaire rappers. And you know who I feel sorry for? The valedictorian. Somewhere he's bragging to his kid. He's like, I went to school with Jigga Man and Busta Bus. You know what I mean? I knew them. We were in the same class together. He's like, what happened, Dad? He's like, I graduated. Degrees meant something back then. You know what I mean? I got a good city job. You ever notice that when a bunch of single people in here? You ever notice that when when people describe I'm online dating, right? And people will put their ethnicities, right? And I'll think of the best possible scenario of those ethnicities, right? Like if someone's like, I'm Mexican and Colombian, I'm thinking Sofia Vergara, and I'm thinking that one girl. Who's the one that was in that Quentin Tarantino flick?
Uma Thurman?
No, what?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Who is it? I gotta figure it out. Salma Hayek. So I'm thinking it's Salma Hayek and what's her name? And then I meet him and I'm like, oh, there's mountains in those countries. You know what I mean? You must be from the mountainous region of Colombia and Mexico. I didn't know. Man, there's something there. No, nothing really right there. White people need help with protesting. Man, I wasn't even prepared to go up. My bad, y'all.
Tell us, you're here.
I want to hear about the white people.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid.
Yeah, white people need help protesting. You know what I mean? Like they always miss the mark. You know what I mean? Like when you look at the civil rights era, they had like people training them to get abused. You know what I mean? They're like, whatever, no matter what happens, you don't fight back. You sit at that counter and let everyone spit and yell and punch and kick and claw, and you don't fight back. And then Trump gets elected the first time and they make pussy hats. You know what I mean? And white people make pussy hats. And I'm like, how is this protesting? And why is capitalism involved? You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand. I'm pansexual. And if you don't know what that means I'm attracted to both Peter Pan and Captain Hook. All right. I deserve better. That's just a bunch of political shit.
I hear it all the time. Come on.
I think we wouldn't be as obsessed with staying young if we treated older people better.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I volunteered at an elderly home, and I'd be talking to them, and they just say the craziest things. Like, one dude's like, I was asking him, like, yo, how many kids you got? He was like, man, we had like 8 kids, and we lost one. And then he's like, I tried to roll on top of her and make another one, but she wouldn't let me. I was like, are you admitting to like attempted rape, bro? Like, what do you say? He was just casual with it. Times were different. That's just what it was. You talk to grandma, and she's like, you know her as grandma, and then she's like, yeah, I remember the colored boy down the street. You're like, whoa, what? What are you saying? Like, all right. Oh, people in America, undercover cops. I think we need to change waiting music. Right now, it's like the classical shit. You know what I mean? It's like, do, 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 do. You know what I mean? It's that one. And they be like, your wait time is like 37 minutes. And I'm like, oh, man, I'd rather not. Like, you want me to not kill myself? Like, what am I supposed to do with classical music for that long on loop? But if we change waiting music, I think it'd be a lot more engaging. If they were like, if they put on like Montel Jordan, this is how we do it. Like, they're like, hey, yo, Colin, your wait time is 66 minutes. This is how we do it. You're like, oh, yeah. Hey, I'm not even tripping. And they pick up, they're like, hey, how can we help you? I'm like, you can start by putting me back on hold because it was about to get to the rap verse. You know what I mean? They don't play that on the radio. I need that. Commercials don't work. Commercials don't work during the daytime. You know what I mean? I think from midnight on, commercials are a lot more effective because that's when the smokers are up. You know what I mean? Like, I smoke and I stay up, and like I found myself thinking like, yo, maybe I could afford a Jaguar for like $739 a month. You know what I mean? Like, if I live in it, I think we could do it. You know what I mean? Also, who's keeping Jaguars in business besides church deacons? You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
I think cops get away with murder a lot. No, they do. Like, what other profession do you get to ask the public for help? You know what I mean? Like, in New York on the trains, they'll be like, if you see something, say something. I'm like, well, do your job. Why I gotta say? Why I gotta see? Why I gotta help you? You know what I mean? Like, they were like, you'll see a cop like undercover, like Echo sweats, a FUBU jersey, and like a Helly Hansen jacket, and they'll be like, I'm undercover. And it's like, you gotta be busting a crackhead because anybody else would spot that a mile away. You know what I mean? But like, what do you do for it? Oh, you're out of job right now?
Marketing, digital marketing.
Digital marketing? Like, you couldn't show up to the office in like jeans and Timbs, and they'd be like, yo, what are you doing, dog? Like, where's your business casual? He's like, I'm undercover. It's like, go home. Go home and change right now. You know what I mean? Like, what do cops do? What do they do? Like, people are like, cops risk their lives every day. I'm like, no, they don't. They sit in the car. They sit in the car and they fuck with people. And frankly, if I was a cop, that's what I'd do too. If I saw you walk, I'm like, look at this motherfucker. Look like he's going to Love Boat audition, man. Pull him over. Hey, what you dressed for, huh? What you doing over there? Pull up your pants. All right. I hate when white actors are too good at being racist. You know what I mean? Like Gene Hackman just died, and if he hadn't died with that Asian woman, I'd have swore he was racist. You feel what I mean? Like in every role, it's just like an undertone of racism with him. Like I watched Crimson Tide recently. You seen that? Crimson Tide? All right. See, I don't ask questions. Like, I was watching Crimson Tide recently, and there was like a racist scene between Gene Hackman and Denzel, and they were arguing about Palomino horses. And then, like, he's like, yeah, the white ones are better than the black ones. And he's like, well, Denzel's like, oh man, the white ones, guess what? They were born black, and then they later turn white. And Gene Hackman's like, this nigga. This nigga got me, like, you know what I mean? And then they finish it, and at the end of the movie, they meet up, and Denzel's like, yo, I want to apologize. And Gene Hackman's like, you were right about the horses. And then they crack a smile, and they walk off into the sunset. And I'm like, I still feel like he was racist. I feel like... And also, if you're gonna be racist, you gotta be specific with your racism. Don't be general. Like if you're general, you're gonna miss out on a bunch of shit. Like if white people don't like Mexicans, like you don't like tortas, bro. You don't like burritos. You don't want a quesadilla every now and then. You're missing out on good food. People are like, I don't like black people. You don't like fried chicken, dog. You don't like mac and cheese. You don't like that. Because if you don't like the people, the food goes with them. You know what I mean? They're like, we want Mexicans out. It's like, all right, man, it's going to be a whole lot of empty storefronts, bro. There's a lot of taquerias where I'm from, dog. My ex was black, but she'd always be passive-aggressive whenever we got in a fight. She'd hit me with the littles. Oh, that's an aggressive life, for real. Like, I didn't even know I used to flash like an airport. I was like an airport light, bro. It was like, wrap it up, land over there, okay? That's a 2-minute light?
Yeah. That's a 2-minute warning, actually.
Oh, warning? So I got 2 minutes left, or it's a okay? All right.
That's what they say in the NFL, 2-minute warning.
Man, you an aggressive host. He scares me, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. He scares me a little bit, dog. Nah, you been working out. I get it, dog.
No, I'm harmless.
He just got a voice. He got a theater voice. He's like, no, that's 2 minutes light. 2-minute light. Like, all right, well, am I gonna push back on that? No, it's your room, bro. You know what I mean?
Sorry.
The woke media. I'm joking. What if a dude went off the woke media? Like, I love when white people get a hold of a word and then they like butcher it. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, the woke. Everything's woke. Oh, I was a woke shirt you got on. Is this a woke mic? It's like, what are you trying to say? Like, is there black people there? Yes. Then if that's what you mean by woke, but. Great British Bake Off, British actors, The Littles. Oh yeah, my ex was black, and whenever she get angry, she hit me with The Littles. You know what I mean? She'd be like, "Oh, you going to your little open mic? I'm gonna tell you a little joke." You got good energy, man. For us little 5 people in there, this is a lot of good energy, bro. There's no place I'd rather be besides home. You know what I mean? Than here, right? I'd be here. You guys are really great. I wasn't prepared to go up. I just came to support and silently like make notes and just be like, that was a good bit. You have a lot of good bits, bro. Like I don't know how long you've been doing it, but you're really fucking funny, dog. Like for real. I don't know if you went up, but like I'm sure you're funny too. Wait, you come here, you don't go up?
She's my place.
Okay, all right. Well, that's you need to lead with that. I thought you was just a sociopath who just came to this open mic and was filming niggas and it didn't go up. I'm like, I don't know what she was doing, dog. I'm more scared of her than him now. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, you should be. Yeah.
Yeah, she is the owner, as you said. What if she just started booing someone? She did like boo. All right, thank you guys. Good night.
Excuse me. My name is, and where do we find you?
What was that?
My name is.
My name is Lord Brunch, and you can find me everywhere on social media. That's my handle, at Lord Brunch.
I love it.
Are we live streaming?
Yes.
Oh shit. Okay, word. Thank you.
There you go. Right? Some people like it. All right, now these guys will see me. Ah! Thank you. Because I never do it right. Well, we've had a good time tonight. You should come here and see what we do with the podcasting. Okay. We do podcasting. We do self-taping. We have an acting class. We have comedy.
I fuck with that. I'm gonna be back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll be black and you're all white with me. All right. See that? See what I did there? All right, guys. If you guys are interested in finding out more, find us at laschoolofcomedy.com. If people tell you you're funny, you probably are, but you won't know until you make it from the page to the stage. And our showcase will be April 2nd at the... Wow! Have a piece? Who was it? Oh! Javon! Javon, are you outside?
Hello?
Are you outside?
Say it again?
Are you outside?
I'm about to pull up. I was trying to see if y'all had
All right, come on. Well, wait. Come on. You pulling up now?
Yeah, I'm driving right now.
But how far?
I'm in like West Adams.
Oh, we can't. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
It's all good next time?
Yeah, let me see how far.
No, I'm it. This is it. It's the end of the show.
Okay.
Because you're on West Adams and we're on Santa Monica. But next time you're coming earlier, right?
Yeah, well, I'm on Adams.
Oh my God, he's on Adams. Well, you know something? We're getting ready to leave Santa Monica, but we love you. And we love you. We can see you guys. And I'll call. Then we'll talk later because I'm live. And I answered for you. Okay. That's so crazy, right? Because usually when the phone rings, it's usually Colin, okay? Colin's like my ETA.
I do that.
My ETA. Okay, he always has an ETA, and nobody knows what I'm doing on the phone. They think I'm ignoring them, and I'm not. Because I'm like, okay, Colin's ETA. This guy is 35 minutes away, okay? 35 minutes away, and he's like, West Adams, wait a minute, that's already winter block. I can't do it. And if you're in New Jersey, just know that we're going to be doing something at the Brownstone, home of the Housewives of New Jersey. That's what we do. And of course, when you want to buy diamonds, Johnny B is going to make sure that you get a good price. Come follow me at Sunda Live on all platforms. Have a good night.